Okay, so today we're going to create this really cute project, and hopefully you'll enjoy making it as well. And it's not too difficult, so we just need to follow the steps. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you are in the Procreate app. You want to hit the plus sign, and you want to go down to the word square. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to put a color in our background here. So I'm going to touch the color swatch ball here, and I'm going to choose a color. To make sure it's a true color, you want to make sure that the little ball here is in that area there, and then you can move around and choose whatever color you like. I'm going to do a pinkish color and make sure, let's see if I can get this to move. Sometimes it gets stuck, but I think it should be okay right about there. All right, and then we're going to touch the ball there, the color drop. Oops, excuse me. Drop and move it to there. And that will fill it up. Okay, so the next step is we're going to add a layer by touching the plus sign. And then we're going to go to our brush here, touch the brush, go to calligraphy, and we're going to go down to the word script. That's the brush we want to use. Tap away, choose your color, and we're going to choose pure white by double tapping here. Okay, and we're going to write out the word art. I needed to make sure to remind you that I'm keeping this at 100% for the brush size and 100% for the opacity. And then I'm going to finish writing the word art. Next, I'm going to go back and I'm going to add another layer on top of the art layer. So this will be layer 3. And for this one, I'm going to change the color to an orange, yellow-orange color. And I'm going to choose the brush and then go down to luminous, which is right down here, luminous or luminance. And then I like to call this the glitter, but it's actually glimmer. Touch there, tap away. And I'm going to apply this on top of the word art. Now I'm not going to press hard, so I'm going to just go lightly across the entire word. I'm not pressing down hard at all. I'm just lightly going across. And you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, this is really messy. Okay, that's all right. I want you to go back to the layers, and then I want you to tap on the blue bar, and I want you to go down to the word clipping mask. So go down to the word clipping mask, touch that, and look how cool that is. It cleans it up completely, but leaves the glitter on your word. Now go back down to layer 2, and we're going to duplicate layer 2. And the way we do that is we're going to slide to the left. So I'm going to slide to the left, and I'm going to tap the word duplicate. For now, I'm going to turn off the top art word by clicking this button here or this little check mark to turn it off. I'm going to come down to this one, and I'm going to go back to my colors, and I'm going to double tap in the black to make sure I have pure black. Go back to my layer, and I'm going to lock this layer and place the words. So how I do that is I can swipe 2 fingers across and a checkerboard will show up, or I can also tap the blue bar and tap on alpha lock, and that will lock it. Now that I have this open, instead I'm going to go all the way up to fill layer, and that's going to turn that layer black. And that's exactly what I want. Now I'm going to go back up here to layer 2, and I'm going to turn that layer back on, making sure though I'm still on this layer here with the checkerboard. I'm going to go up to the arrow, touch the arrow, and when I'm manipulating this, I want to make sure that uniform is turned on and that the snapping is turned off. So over here is how I'm going to drag that layer behind it, okay? So you could make your shadow up here at the top, you can make it at the bottom, but notice my pencil is on the outside of that square. I'm not touching that square, I'm on the outside. So I'm going to make mine go a little bit to the left towards the bottom. And then to get out of this, I'm going to touch the arrow again. Next, I'm going to go back to my layers, and I'm going to go down to layer 1, and I'm going to tap on that, and then go up and add another layer by hitting the plus sign. Now that I'm there, I'm going to tap off there. I'm going to change my color, and I want my color to be more of a bluish purple. And let's see. There we go. Go back here. Sometimes that little one gets stuck. And make sure that it's a good pure purple for me. Tap away. Go back to my brushes. Go back to calligraphy and choose monoline. Tap away. And I'm going to draw from the top here in a swirly line going to the bottom. Going right off the screen. And then I'm going to take that purple and I'm going to drag it and fill that area in. I'm going to go to my layers. Now I can merge these two layers together two ways. I can tap here and go merge down, or I can take my fingers and pinch, like pinch and come up, and then that will put the two layers together. So while I'm on this layer, I'm going to go up to, it looks like a magic wand, but it's actually called the adjustments. I'm going to go there and I'm going to go down to Gaussian blur. I'm going to tap there and then I'm going to tap the layer. And I'm going to go from left to right. So I'm going to touch and keep my pencil down on the screen, dragging it across the screen until I start to see this blurring effect happen there. So probably about 30%, 25 to 30% is a good spot. Okay, now my assignment is complete and I'm ready to turn it in. So I'm going to go to the wrench, and if it's complete, we're going to save it as a JPEG. If you still need to work on it, you're going to need to save it as a Procreate to your Google Drive. But because mine is complete, I'm going to save it as a JPEG, Google Drive. And then I'm going to tap here a couple of times until that little blue box pops up. See that little blue box? I'm going to open up my keyboard and I'm going to push delete until I get rid of all that's in front of that box. And I'm going to type in my last name, and this project's called Art. Go down to select my folder, go up to my drive, choose my artwork folder, come down to save here, then go to the word upload, and that's going to move it to my Google Drive. So now that I'm finished here, I'm going to make sure to double click and swipe away all of my tabs so that my iPad is clear, and I'm going to log out of Google Classroom. If you're ready to turn it in, go ahead and turn it in, but other than that, you're free to go.